welcome back to my channel. I'm Tony, in case you're new around here. Hi, lovely to have you. And if you're not so new, hey again, hey friend. Hope you're doing good. It's actually light outside. Oh my god, is this spring? Is this summer? I can't tell. I am truly loving the sunlight, the brighter days, and just how great it makes me feel, because man, I hate winter so much, and I'm so glad we are turning new and there are blossoms on the tree. But anyways, let's get into it. I am back with another play party review. This time I'm going to be reviewing one night parties. Woo! One night parties is a party for women and non-binary people. It goes without saying that you don't have to play when you go to a play party, but One Night really emphasises that the space that they create is for women and non-binary folk to explore their sexuality, but also to forge friendships as well, in a safe space away from the male gaze. Their parties are usually on the smaller side, but they have been throwing a lot of bigger parties lately, which are really cool. The bigger party is where I first went to. The smaller parties are a bit cheaper. I want to say it's around £30 for those tickets, which is pretty standard. But the bigger parties cost a bit more just to cover the overhead costs. So I think I paid around £60 for the one I went to, because it was a larger party. Before you can book a ticket for any of their events, you need to be vetted. So you fill out an application form on their website and you provide either a public Instagram account, a FetLife account, and I want to say they also ask for ID as well, but that's only to make sure that you're over 18 years old. And also because I think some venues are over 21 that they actually use. I've only been to one night party so far, but I loved it. It was one of the bigger ones, and it was hosted at Hatchet. So Hatchet is I want to say medium-sized-ish venue. There are 3 arches, so you come in and there is like the main lobby area, and then to the right there's the cloakroom, and then you go through, it's a dance floor bar, and then underneath the arches you have the playroom and like a small wellness area. I thought it was a cute venue. I really liked it. I liked how intimate it felt, and it wasn't too overwhelming. It was definitely an accessible venue. There's plenty of spaces to rest your booty if you needed to. I really liked that there was so much going on in the night. So they had like a shibari performance, they had a house dom, and that was really cool. And of course like a DJ as well, so you could dance. That was all amazing. My only gripe is that the dance floor area became the performance area. So with the shibari and the house dom, they were there, and the pole dancing as well. They were all there on the dance floor performing, and it got really crowded really quickly. So if you were at the back, you couldn't actually see what was happening in the middle. And then because the performance area because the dance floor became the performance area, you couldn't really dance either. So you were just stuck kind of standing there, woo, like shouting, like cheering and everything, hoping you're cheering for the right reason, because you couldn't really see anything and also couldn't dance, which was annoying, which was a little bit frustrating, because I really wanted to dance because the DJ was amazing. I loved the music that was there on the night. That was chef's kiss. The music was incredible. The DJ was great. So yeah, I just feel like this space was a bit too small for what they wanted to do. I think if there was, I don't know, if the stage was elevated and more people could actually see what was going on, it would be way better. And you know, there was an actual dedicated dance floor, way better. Their parties tend to rotate around different venues. They don't have like a residency at a particular venue like Joyride does. So other venues could be better for what they have in mind. But I just don't think that Hatchet was the best use of the resources, because yeah, it was just a bit small, a bit on the small side, I think. The staff weren't super identifiable. I knew I could like pick them out if I really tried to look, but they weren't wearing like armbands, or they weren't wearing like a particular sort of headgear or anything. Like, you know, at KV they have a beret, but at One Night it wasn't super obvious who was staff and who was like in attendance, which isn't great, but they were super helpful. You know, at the beginning of the night, I remember one of them brought out strawberries covered with chocolate, which was really cute, a nice little touch. Of course I couldn't have anything because I am lactose intolerant, but I love that there were sweet treats and little nibbles being handed out to kind of make the experience a bit more sensual, and it made it feel like it wasn't a typical play party. I liked that, really. I really did. I just wish that there was some strawberries and chocolate that I could have. But saying that, the wellness area was stocked to the nines. I was in candy heaven. It was amazing. So even though I couldn't have the strawberries and chocolate, there were snacks, there were sweets, there's candy that you could just go into the wellness sanctuary and kind of I don't think raise your blood sugar is the right word, but you know when you just feel a little bit drained and you just want to pick me up? That was great. I love the wellness room. It was attached to the playroom, so it wasn't super loud, and there was like a nice little sofa. It wasn't too big, but luckily, you know, the staff were on hand to kind of make sure the people in the wellness sanctuary were there for a reason. They weren't just chatting, because there was social spaces that you could do that. The playroom was absolutely divine. I think the playroom was definitely the biggest room. Yeah, the playroom was definitely the biggest part of the venue, and it was amazing. There was furniture everywhere. I don't think there were like hardcore dungeon furniture, but it was like very plush and very sensual and very soft, and I really liked that. I liked that it was a bit different. My favourite part though is that they had a sex toy store. So they had like a little cubby before you went into the playroom, and there was someone on hand where you could borrow a toy, like a vibrator or a dildo or a strap or whatever you needed. All you had to do was hand in your ID as like an assurance. You take it out and then you use it, and it's all very sanitary because they have like cleaning supplies back there as well. But I thought that was a really nice touch, because, you know, you go to these parties and you don't always have, sometimes you forget to bring stuff that you want, you know, and also you might have a really tiny bag that can't fit like a big on strap in there, or you've checked your luggage, you've checked your bag already in the cloakroom and you're like, oh, I don't want to go all the way back there to get it. Whereas this, like, that was really handy that you could just go up there, pick what you wanted, use it, bring it back, get sanitized, and you're good. It's all Gucci. That was great. I love that part. Also, toilet was in the playroom. So if you're not aware, so One Night is run by Miss Gold, and Miss Gold is the owner of Toilet. So Toilet is a human toilet, in case you missed it, and in case you missed my last video as well, where I talked briefly about using Toilet for the first time. So Toilet was installed at One Night in the playroom, so you could pee on it whenever you wanted, and I think that was the second time I peed on Toilet at that party, and that was great because, you know, I know for us women people, the toilets, the queues are so fucking long. They are always long, no matter where you're going, even like at a play party, at just a regular venue. For some reason, there is always a queue for the toilet. Well, problem solved. There was a toilet in the playroom as well. So, so that was great. I really like that. As you know, I take great pleasure in making men drink my piss. So I was very, very happy with that. Miss Gold was also on hand taking pictures the whole night. As you know, she is, actually, you might not know this, but she is one half of the London Vagabond, which is like a photography duo, her and Toilet. They take pictures in the kink scene and just outside that as well, and they're just really talented photographers. So she was on hand taking pictures throughout the night, and I will see if I can actually add the picture she took of me, because that night was the debut of me wearing my bunny bonnet that my friend made me, which is the best thing ever. I love it. And I was wearing this pink latex outfit as well, so I will add some pictures to this video so you can see what I was wearing, because I was so fucking hot. So hot. I know that they have socials. I haven't been to one of them before, but I am super jealous of people who have been, because they're really well structured socials. I didn't think about this before, but I really like socials that have a structure to them and have other things going on, because I feel like sometimes just going in trying to socialize with people can be very difficult for me personally, because I can turn on my extroversion, I can be chatty if I want to, but it can be exhausting, it can be draining. So I like that there's sometimes there's things that you can do. So I know that at their socials they usually have performances, they have speakers, and it's just a nice sort of vibe to get people hyped up for the actual parties. And I don't think play is actually happening at those socials. As for pricing, like ticket prices for the socials, I'm not really sure how much they cost. I want to say they're probably around the same price as the smaller intimate parties, so around £30, just because they do have other things happening at the socials. It's not just meet up at a bar. I'm definitely looking forward to going to another one night party, because the whole vibe there was just amazing. It was just very sensual, and it was very, I was very empowered by the feminine energy, and I loved, I just love being surrounded by that crowd. The crowd the community they've managed to build is it's a vibe. You know what? The community they've managed to build is honestly incredible. Everyone is so welcoming. Everyone is just, the energy that I felt when I was in there was magnetic. It was incredible. I loved it. And I definitely, no shade to Skirt Club, but I definitely prefer the one night. Is that bad? No, it's not bad. I have a preference. I definitely prefer one night to Skirt Club, even though Skirt Club is like massively bigger. But I just prefer, it's just a different sort of vibe, and I feel like one night is definitely more kinky than Skirt Club. So if you're looking for a more sort of kinky atmosphere, then I recommend one night for your, as a femme, non-binary space to go to. Yeah, so if I had to choose, definitely one night. And then with one night you don't have to pay membership either, so it works out better. But I do want to say though, the tickets go so quickly. Tickets sell out like that for one night, and it's wild because you'll be there setting your alarm to go and buy tickets, and then it's gone within like 2 minutes. That's how great they are, because people know that it's going to be a vibe when you go, and you're going to have a great time. So yeah, if you want to go, set those alarms and just be fresh, and hope to God you get a ticket. But you know, sometimes people do return tickets to waiting lists, so you can actually get a ticket there that way. So it's not the end of the world if you don't get it the first release. But yeah, tickets sell quickly because it's just a great vibe. Yeah. Alrighty, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you're aware of when my next video comes out. If you've ever been to one night parties, let me know in the comments what your thoughts were. What did you like? What wasn't so great? And please let me know if you've been to the socials. Give me a review, I want to know. And then also if you've been to any of the other venues they've been to as well. That'd be great. Yeah. Let me know in the comments as well your thoughts on the video, and if there are any other parties you would like me to review. See you next time. Bye.